Hi guys, I want to use this opportunity to officially welcome you to the challenge. To those of you that have either registered actively or passively, guys, you're welcome to this challenge. Okay. The goal of this challenge is to see how you can put your data analysis skills using tools into practice. And we have received a lot of students who are showing interest in data analysis, and we have realized that some do have interest in data analysis. Some are already advanced and they already have some experience in using the tools. So that's why we decided to do this challenge in order that, even if you just have interest, you can watch the others doing it. For those who have the skills and also some experience using the tools, they can actually put their experience and tools into action. Now, but I've realized that a lot of students nowadays, or degree holders in general, they focus more on the tools and they forget about the importance of data analysis skill. Those are two different concepts. So there's a difference between you having a data analysis skill and you being able to use a tool. And nowadays, a lot of students focus on mastering the tools and they don't really understand what is data analysis skill. So while we wait for tomorrow to officially launch the challenge, I want to use this opportunity to crack down on what is the difference you understanding data analysis skill over data analysis tool. Both are very, very important, okay? But personally, I would say if you master data analysis skill, then you can use any tool to do data analysis. And for you to succeed in the whole AI and data analytic realm, you need to understand the skill. The skill is what is going to propel you, okay? Sometimes you might be anxious to even put your skill by using tools to do it, but at work you realize that they will spend so much time in the data analysis skill trying to understand how to solve a problem, and that is where your data analysis skill come into play. Okay, if you like, you can Google it. If you Google what are the data analysis tools you can use, you'll be overwhelmed by the number of tools that are out there. So if you focus on the tool, you might get carried away. For example, company A might be using Python programming for the data analysis, while company B might be using Power BI. Another company might be using Arrow programming. Another company can be using Tableau. So which tool are you going to master? You see that the tools are so many, right? And so the goal is for you to master data analysis skill, and you can learn any of these tools, because when you master the skill, the skill, you can use those tools in order to implement the skill. Just give you a typical example. If you go for an interview and you're good at using Python in doing data analysis, and someone asks you, can you use Arrow programming? Personally, I would say yes, because it's not that I'm good at Arrow programming now. It would take me just 1, 2, 3 days to learn that Arrow programming thing. But the skill is what matters, because if you master the skill, then you can use any tool at any time to solve a business problem. So I'm going to take it to my whiteboard where I'm going to differentiate this. What is the difference between data analysis tool and data analysis skill, right? So guys, let's head over to my whiteboard. Generally, what is data analysis? Okay, we could just define data analysis as a process of inspecting, cleansing, transforming, and modeling data with the goal of finding useful information, of helping a company or an organization or anyone to make data-driven decision. That is data analysis, and basically, if you just want to summarize data analysis, there are mainly four phases. So you start by, obviously you have to import your data into a tool, or you enter your data into a tool. So we have I would just say data profiling and preparation. Okay, so when you import your data, this is what you have to do. First phase, you profile it, understand what is the data all about, right? Then you start looking at, oh, there's something wrong. Then you start doing data preparation. Data modeling, a lot of people skip this phase, but it's very, very important. When we talk about data modeling, sometimes you need to get data. Your data set does not have everything you need. You need to augment the data either by adding new variables or bringing in other data sets. Okay, that is data modeling. Next, you start by doing the visualization. Now, visualization, depending on the business question, you could skip this phase. But if you are to present this to, let's say, your manager or to known technical stakeholders, then it's preferable to use visualization, because a lot of picture. A single picture can really speak a lot more than you trying to explain technical jargons using numbers. Then the last phase is reporting, right? So now when you have visuals, it's not enough for you to just throw your visuals over to your manager, but it's your responsibility as a data analyst to investigate in order to you tell them what they can draw from those visuals, because nowadays there are even tools, for example Microsoft Power BI, where you could just throw your data to Microsoft Power BI and it can even intelligently already plot some visuals for you. So most importantly, your role is to be able to do the reporting where you draw insights from the visual and also use the business context in order to help make data driven decisions. So basically those are the four phases of and data analysis. Now, when it comes to the tools, there are so many of them. I'm just going to highlight the fundamental one is Microsoft Excel. Very, very powerful tool. Okay, I don't think this will go away anytime soon. You have Excel, for our upcoming challenge. There's Python now, very, very powerful with a lot of packages for data science. There's also arrow programming. You can do a lot with arrow programming too. Then there is Power BI, which is also a very, very good tool in the job market now. There is also Tableau, right? Yeah. So these are just a few examples of tools that you can use in order to execute these four phases of data analysis. You can imagine, even before there were no tools before, let's say before there were no tools and people had to do this by hand. It was very, very time consuming, I could believe, and only mathematicians or people that were good with writing formulas and solving problems by hand could do this data analysis. But with the coming of tools nowadays, anyone can learn the data analysis skills and use the tools in order to do data analysis. Okay, now, so I would say, if you can master these phases, then you can use any of the tools in order to do it. That's why you see someone can use arrow programming and do the same thing. You can use Python and do the same thing. Same thing with Excel. Okay. I'll give you a typical example where you need to put your data analysis skills into like the impact of understanding your data analysis skills. Let's take, for example, I do have 5 university students that they are coming to me for data analysis training, right? And I would like to know what is the average age of students coming to me for data analysis training, for example. So let's say I have student 1, it's 24 years old, another student is 22, another student is 20, another student is 25, then another university degree holder comes with an age 60. Now, so these are 5 students that have come to me because they want to learn data analysis. Okay, the goal for this example is for us to understand, if someone asks me, so Ivo, what is the average age of degree holders that are coming to you for data analysis skill? I've used the keyword already is average, so you might be tempted. Obviously, that is, you look for the average, right? Now, the average in this case, if you remember your arithmetic, is just to sum up all these numbers and you divide by 5 in this case. So I'm going to do it by hand. I'm using a calculator. So I have 24 plus 22 plus 20 plus 25 plus 60. The total is 151. Then I divide by 5. I have an average age of 30.2. Okay. So that is according to average. If I'm using the mean, average stands for mean, right? So let me put it in bracket, mean. It means that is it. Now, let's analyze the numbers without even using a tool. So in this case, my tool was a calculator. Without using a tool, understand that you clearly see the context was university degree holders come to me to learn data analysis skills. You understand that university degree holders, on average, most of them will probably, yeah, 24 makes sense, 22 makes sense, 20 makes sense, 25 makes sense, right? So these are the typical age group that I would expect to come to me. Okay, it is this guy at age 60. I might, it would be rare for me to receive people with age 60 to come for data analysis case. We are talking of someone that is almost going on retirement. Okay, so there is something you really have to investigate here. If someone presents you records of, this is an example of a record where it was entered and your role is analyze it, and you just blindly analyze it, then you probably give the wrong impression. This is something you have to investigate. Is it true that someone really came to me at the age of 60 to learn data analysis? There are two possibilities. Yes, truly someone came, and it's a rare scenario. We know of people that at the age of 60 they have decided to go back to school to learn something. Maybe the person is just interested in data analysis. So yes, it could be, or maybe it was wrongly entered. Okay, this was wrongly imputed. For some reason, they said to the secretary or data clerk, the fifth student had an age of 30. For some reason, the data clerk entered 60. Shit happens, right? So this is where you have to do investigation, right? You can't just take things and put in a tool without really investigating. So in this case, this is what we call this a data prep. So you're now doing data preparation, where you investigate what is happening. Now, if truly someone really came to me and said, and with an age of 60, then I cannot just throw that value. It has to be there. Okay, those are possibilities. So to be on the safe side, this is an example where you put your data analysis skill, your data analysis confess over tool. So I'm going to use my intelligence in data analysis case and say, rather than using average, I should use median. Okay, and if by definition median means you simply just order these numbers in descending or ascending order, and you take the middle value. So we're going to have 20, 22, 24, 25, 60, and this two goes away. So we see that our median is 24, right? So this actually is what I'm going to report, that on average, students that come to me, they are of age 24. It makes sense with this now. It makes sense to say on average, because we are talking about university degree holders. University degree holders, by the time they are done from school, maybe they are 22, 23, 24, 25, or maybe above. This is just an example. So I just wanted to use this to really emphasize that the goal is to understand data analysis over. So the goal is to understand data analysis first. We have this. You can use any tool to do data analysis. It doesn't really matter. These tools nowadays, they are so easy. For those who know how to use Excel, if I put those numbers in Excel, it's very easy for me to just point on the formula, and it's going to give me the mean or the median. Same thing for Python, Arrow, Power BI, and Tableau. For those who know how to use those things, it is very, very easy. But these tools will not tell you this kind of things. This is you understanding the context. Very, very, very important. Okay? So, for those that are going to actively participate in the challenge, our goal is not on the tool. Don't come and you're showing us your nice codes in Excel or in Python, in Arrow programming or in Power BI. That is not the goal. Yeah, you can do it. It's good. Learn how to program well. But what we want to see, our interest is more on the data analysis. So tell us what you have done. What's the data profiling? What did you do to prepare the data? Your data modeling based on the business questions. Which are the variables you need to add? Which are the things you took out? How did you augment your data in order to answer the business question? Visualization. Which are the visuals you choose based on the data points you have? Very, very, very important. Based on the data points you have, there are certain types of visuals you have to use. Okay. Then finally, reporting. You just don't want to throw all your visuals to your stakeholders. or to decision makers, you want to be able to say, okay, based on this visual, this is the insight we can draw from here. And not only talking about insight, sometimes also investigation. This is an example where you had to do some investigation. Okay, why is it that we had 60? Okay, guys, I hope you've understood the difference between understanding data analysis and using the tools of data analysis, right? So the goal of this challenge is for you to showcase your data analysis skills. Yes, use the tool, but we want to see how you can showcase to us your data analysis skills. So I also want to use this as an opportunity to encourage the others that have registered passively. You might be thinking that we were looking for guys that have really, really mastered the data analysis tool. That is not the goal of the challenge. Even if you know how to use these tools just at a certain level that you feel like you're not really comfortable, this is an opportunity for you to actively participate. Because for the active participants, yes, you have the opportunity to play around with the data set. There is a lot you gain from being an active participant. You know, from what I just showed you, you have some tips from me, right, and other professionals that are going to be on this call. So even if you're not comfortable with those tools at a very expert level, that is not the goal. The goal is for us to see how you can put your data analysis skills into practice. So I still want to encourage you, if you're a passive participant, it's never too late. You can still just reply to any of my emails you have been receiving, or in the WhatsApp group chat, just indicate that you want to become an active participant, and we'll definitely forward you the necessary steps you need to take in order to become an active participant. Okay, so without further ado, guys, tomorrow, February 6th at 8 p.m. Brussels time. So please, guys, do the conversion to your local time. We are going to kick off live and explain to you what this whole challenge is all about, and give you more details about the data set and what you should expect in the coming weeks. Okay, guys, see you tomorrow.